Belfast for the century with Rapid's full. If you're with us in the building, make some noise. We're about to get into an absolute top tier clash. I'm joined by my co-host, the former owner of Rapid's full.
Everybody, the last ever battle under the Rapid's full umbrella. If you're in the building, make some fucking noise! On my right hand side, coming all the way from Canada, former King of the Dot champion, it's Charron!
I never won the King of the Dot title, but I will one day. Thank you.
Shit, you ain't your job.
I forgot you got, buddy.
And on the left-hand side, one of the
Former
best
King of the Dot
UK
champion.
one of the best the UK has ever produced. One half of one of the best teams in the UK. Make some noise for Shuffle T! This is as big as it gets. We are in Belfast. Charron decided Shuffle T starting round one. It's round one, you bro. Let's go.
We're in the building, yeah? Let's fucking go. People have been wishing me luck for this. Like I was foredoomed. But I don't need good luck to send you into a corkscrew, so I mowed my 4-leaf clover patch in my garden. I could afford to. Threw my lucky socks in the fucking washing machine in the storeroom. Spent my lucky coin collection, which literally cost me a fortune. Because think about it. Why the fuck would I need any horseshoes? I am the GOAT. I came here to walk smooth on 4 hooves. Everyone thinks they're stormproof until you bring Thor through. You'll end up with more wounds than Saw 2. You've caught me when I am in a poor mood. Goten and Trunks when they fought Boo. I am working with a short fuse. If you, me, James Corden and Piers Morgan were in a small room, they would be the ones that I would most want to talk to. And if you walked over, I would tell them to ignore you and slap you like K-Shine if I even saw your jaw move. But maybe I should talk to him. I mean, you're raking in lots of dough. Amazing. You got this, bro. Used to be crazily on the ropes, then his wages have shot up loads on the stages and on the shows, and they pay you a lot for those. This guy is a multi-millionaire. Canadian dollars, though. And mate, you are not at home. You see the price, you see, compared to here, you are properly poor. You see the price of a beer, I promise your jaw will drop to the floor, shocked to the core. He goes to the barmaid, orders a Guinness, has a confident pause. You know I'm a millionaire, she's like, beep, not anymore. You got a couple million Canadian dollars? Aww. Adorable. You see the little houses you bought with your money? Affordable. $1 million means nothing in Canada, right? Because the exchange rate is abominably shite. I went over to Canada, went to Toronto, it was nice, but I do remember how things were approximately priced. Organic took me through some of the costings. He was like, right, okay, here's your plane ticket. It's $1 million for the flight. Here's your hotel room. It'll be $1 million for the night. There's a bar downstairs, so here's $1 million for a pint. As for your fee, will $1 million be all right? Money has zero context out there. They don't even check for counterfeits. It's insane. I handed a cashier a note with scribbled mistakes that said, this is a fake. The watermark was a hockey puck and a picture of Drake. And he was like, oh yeah, that's legitimate, eh? This we can take, give him his change. But who needs money? He's got this simple, amazing skill, freestyle. The spitting of a verse that isn't written or rehearsed, therefore making the content considerably worse. You think you're special because you can freestyle? Hang on there just a second. It isn't something you need these days to have to become a veteran. I never bothered with it. I don't need to. I'm actually just a legend. You hear me say freestyles, it's because they arrested Harry from One Direction. But look, freestyle! I don't care how quickly you thought of it, if it's second rate. I'd rather wait 1 year for a good verse than hear a shit one every day. No disrespect, KJ. I'm on a different level, mate. Sometimes I feel like I must have said a magic spell, or made a deal with the devil that I'd never have to tell. The greatest battler alive until they send me back to hell. And if freestyling wasn't gay, I'd be the best at that as well. Time!
What up, Belfast? I mean, is y'all civil? He said I came here and ordered a Guinness. That is not simple. Because in Belfast, I've kicked out more people through these bars than John Biddle. Well, if it isn't my most pretentious friend, it's all goody. He's like, mate, I'm a published author. How could they not book me? Well, I'm David Beckham. I'm about to go in on this posh pussy. He'll break down my career for these kids tonight. And if they react to it, I did it right. Your only loss was 100 bullets. It looks like white Canadians are your kryptonite. You dissed him for bringing his kids to Disney instead of a battle. What's that shit about? Was he supposed to grab his kids and shout? Like, you know what's better than a 5-star hotel? Briggsy's couch. If Ur called you on vacation, would you grab your son and kick him out the Disney house? Like, sorry kids, it's Mickey Worthless over Mickey Mouse. I'm gonna set the tone for this body like a spray tan. Round 2, he'll be risky and comedic. Those the angles you take, fam. A bunch of multis and sarcasm. You need to change up your game plan. So how are you shuffle when you're always playing the same hand? Go the autistic route. How I wave hands. I'll show you what winning's about. I'm a name brand. Someone with autism has shuffle figured out. I'm Rain Man. Bro's a hack. Bro's a hack. Only his jokes get daps. The day you go to smack is the day Shotty's quiet while his opponent raps. If you say his style would work on RBE, you're a damn liar. That sarcastic my gun so big would backfire. WRCs, I'm dumbfounded you get away with the satire. I've sat tired. Well, they claim you're a prodigy. You've linked in with a monster. Your resume doesn't bother me. I'll make them kneel when the God win. How's Ricky Gervais gonna talk to me? I'll make you redundant. Your only angle is comedy. Charron's the best freestyler. Even you can't say that ironically. They say you can scheme, but that remains to be seen. Like paleontology. If you are what you say you can scheme, but that remains to be seen. Like paleontology. If you are what you write, that's why you're labeled a novelty. So what you're saying don't bother me. There's a reason I'm on every top 10 list. Well, you hate on us constantly. Would you rather be known for making a statement or making a mockery? Can I do some bad bars? Yeah. Look what the Brits have started. Think Pennywise with Down syndrome. It's retarded. Bad bars is your most viewed 1 verse 1. Without it, you'd be disregarded. It's like eating a clock. That shit's alarming. I appreciate your multis and how well they're written, but British comedian that rhymes is your self-description. I can tell in Britain that you're a nation that does things hella different, but all your 16s just take the piss like R. Kelly victims. You're a fucking clone. No one thinks your comedy's flawless. Will Ferrell and the other guys. You're just taking your shot at The Office. You think Smack would book David Brent as a main event? Like only Shufflo could save me. You rap about busting on Murda Mook's face because the gun show is lazy. A bunch of Don DeMarcos. Shufflo is wavy. Smack jumps on stage like, hey yo, Sean, no cum jokes was crazy. Fucking pun titles. You've set up your act as a condescending attack. Like, I can't believe you said this in 09. I would never do that. But you said that if Mac and Soros want to set up the match, it has to be in the UK because the States won't accept how you rap, and that's a direct quote. You can thank Reddit for that. So don't try to be condescending or this legend will snap. The only people I need looking down on me are Bender and Pat. I'm a bigger name, got the pull in the reach. I'm a bigger name, got the pull in the reach. You're a step down. Charron is a beast. I'm putting a T on. Like Blizzard when he goes to the beach. I wouldn't steal from the office and call it a new edition, but this knockoff would. like a superstition. I know you're used to winning, but don't confuse religion when they view the bitch in Adam when he loses ribbon. I get my message across by showing you the difference between truth and fiction. Jesus Christ, I got this body down to a T, like a crucifixion. So make fun of how stupid my setups are and how I move my spaghetti arms. You can beat me with jokes, but can't do it with heavy bars. Let's call a spade a spade. In the US, dude isn't getting far. So how are you shuffle when you're just the same joker and I'm suited for every card?
He's right what he says about my repertoire. It's very true that I don't often come armed with heavy bars. You called me your most pretentious friend, but we are not actually friends. And you brought up paleontology because they have to keep on digging this fossil up to make him battle again. Woo! Anyway. You know when you zone out? Listen, ladies, imagine Corey Charron walking you home. How do you feel? Awkward? Alone? Caution, just know, you have now entered the autism zone. You want to talk to him? Don't. Just look forward and go. Get to the nearest fork in the road, go for the balls of the throat and flash SOS using the torch in your phone on Morse fucking code. Nah, you don't have autism though. It's just this weird, awkward fucking shit you do for promo. You want to see an autistic battler? May I introduce you to Stone? Look, there was a time where you could say you had autism, not have anyone doubt you. They just clock when you're doing knots one day and you're the best in the scouts group. But these days, everyone says they have autism. And they're ready to shout too. So these days being special doesn't mean there's anything special about you. I don't believe that autism man. Not for a moment. In reality, he is my most cocky opponent, a confident showman. Look at me when I'm killing you. Can we acknowledge his slogan? Because when he does look at you, the eye contact is not even broken. He's not autistic. Logic, emotion, crossed, interwoven. For you, one or the other hasn't got to be chosen. He works at one of those bars where he stands outside and offers promotion, and he is their most popular spokesman. He's like, 2-for-1 shots with this token, all concoctions and potions. Come on in, we're open, the doctor has spoken. Introduce him to your girlfriend and mum, and he already knows them. He's a fucking player. He's not autistic. And I fucking clocked it straight away, just by some of the comments that I tended to hear him make or say. I said, what's the best thing about Minecraft? He was like, I've never played the game. And said, I honestly have no idea when I asked what was his favourite train. He's not autistic. He's just a reject. And yet he somehow wonders how he's not top of the scene yet. Do I ever think he'll be included up in the elite set? I don't fucking know. It's kind of touch and go, like a bleep test. All I know is that this is not a fair race. You are whiter than Claire Danes. Your Mount Rushmore is Eminem, Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, and a spare space. And have you ever heard him on an instrumental? It's not exactly lyricism at its peak. You can't identify a cadence or its position in a beat. You even talk to him with a hint of any rhythm when you speak, and he looks at you as if you just delivered it in Greek. I asked for overseas legends, and they've given me this geek, this skinny little dweeb, all willowy and weak. I have taken more shit than Gillian McKeith, but I would rather that than fucking be given her physique. The reality of what you're up against is becoming clear in Technicolor. Each line hits like a knuckle sandwich. These punches are my bread and butter. Or my opponents ever only call me posh. It's middle classist and wrong. And I'll serve up gold with that silver spoon until they cast me in bronze. Battle rapper to the core. I had a son, just so I could tell him I shagged his mum. I had a son, just so I could tell him I shagged his mum. She won't like that I said that line. Trust me, drama. I'm gonna pay for that later. Klarna. So just know that us hanging out after this is something that I can't picture. You'd have better luck trying to ask Hitler to a bar mitzvah. So you think you're close to the bone as hell, but for what it's worth, you're no Chappelle. So today, if you go below the belt, I'll wrap it around your throat myself like Epstein when they closed his cell. Sharon's a melt. So go on, do your freestyles, which at their best are predictable, and we can all sit back and fucking pretend they're original. Sorry about the choke. Time! Yeah, 20 minutes of silence.
Well, if it isn't the world's best freestyle, this round's basically promo. I mean, the only thing you did good last round was introduce me to ScoMo.
He's a good guy.
We'll do a 2-on-2. We'll be called the Tism Bros. Unlike him, we can spit a free. I mean, we can work on everything. You know, our damn delivery. And I'm so happy you introduced me to him. The kids at G. We gonna fuck them. I don't shake hands with people more autistic than me. Should I keep freestyling? You know, not spit it through. Like the pink gender reveal. I'll expose the bitch in you. I mean, he tried to do some rebuttals and only spit a few. Y'all remember he tried to rebuttal about paleontology? Well, now I've got a bone to pick with you. Am I choking? Oh. Well, if it isn't organic, randomly calling Charron.
Is this rehearsed?
It's off of the dome. Let me call you back. I hate when people start off round 2 and they talk on the phone. Gay Pride Worldwide. See, at first your phone gimmick was getting praise, now they're less amazed. You're running low on bars, the reception's changed. I've got your number, you're getting phased. If you pick up the phone, you'll die in the ring. 7 days, fuck your phone gimmick, this bitch is getting shook. If you phone in your performance, I'll have a ringing off the hook. You're getting cooked, you should thank the promoter, this is getting booked. Think before picture, I'm your biggest look. Who the hell battles a shoe? How do you lock in those? Er's like, what about Adidas? You said bring me Dr. Scholl's. He tried to battle my shoes, but could never walk in those. This a mirror match. You battle shoes, and I talk to souls. I heard you teach people how to rap. That's real absurd. Like, you don't have to be a gangster to kill with words. Before the class, amateur rapper. After the class, still a nerd. Can you picture his student Jamal and him set up a chat? He's like, when I pull out the chrome, I'm letting it clap. You're like, why don't you pull out your phone and pretend that it's smack? He's like, I want to talk that drug shit. Your lesson is whack. You're like, mate, this is where your investment comes back. If you want, I could have Professor Pedro lend you some crack. He's like, bro, I'm battling Calico. When do we rap? You're like, didn't he beat up a dog? Let's have sex with his cat. Trash. I just threw another hook. You know what rhymes with threw another hook? What? I wasn't sure, so I bought your stupid fucking book. You look like you just got out of rehab, sitting with guys. They're like, James, why are you here? Liquor and wine. They're like, what about you, Bob? I sniff it sometimes. What about you, Adam? I live for the lines. They're like, oh, another cokehead. You're like, no, I'm addicted to rhymes. You stole my cell and made my voicemail a multi. It was a horrible poem. Hi, you've reached Corey Charron. Sorry, my phone is unavailable. Please record at the tone. You have a problem, sir. His family gathered around for his obsession. They're like, Adam, do you know why we're having an intervention? You're like, well, that's a simple question. They scream, stop. You said I will stop in a second. If you didn't want me to rhyme at my intervention, why'd you bring Uncle Nick and Kevin? I didn't even need to waste Grandpa Rick the veteran, my sister Kim that's pregnant, my childhood friend Jimmy Jensen who's now 6'7", pocket tap, misdirection, bro. You think you think multis are peak performance. You had a boner when you got to meet the Saurus because his name rhymed off Peter Morris. Your style's prehistoric. We need to reinforce this, and that's why you're going under, T, like police informants. Since you love perfect multis, this scheme's important. I'm too seasoned for him, so he'll die in a bloodbath like Rita Morgan. You've never done stand-up. It's only schemes you're dropping. How are you a comedian when you need rhymes to get people talking? You've never done stand-up and you're obsessed with the multiverse. You're Stephen Hawking. Watching Netflix with him is a horrible thing. City of God, Wizard of Oz, Paid in Full, Raging Bull, Scorpion King, Lord of the Rings. Bro, you just list things off while you jot lines. You've made a list of every multi off Popeyes. You've made a list of every car and it all rhymes. You've made every list except a top 5. You've worn the same trench coat for 10 years. It's absurd to me. I'm glad I took you shopping. This fits you perfectly. But wait, you hate change and you're obsessed with a list of words and schemes. You know what it really sounds like? You have the tism worse than me. Time.
Good, yeah? Yeah! Now don't expect a revolution or to get your retribution. Ultra instinct, I can sense your every movement before you'd ever get to do them. I represent improvement. You represent delusion. So to genuflect is prudent. Bend a leg and then your neck, accept your execution. Because through this journey every day I feel less and less a human. Starting to feel more like one of Professor X's students, an Omega level Newton. I am the embodiment of the next genetic fusion, feet firmly planted on the final steps of evolution. The truth is, these abilities aren't from the occult or from magic. It's much more dull. It's just practice, the result of a habit, of a rhyme-obsessed mind of a culpable addict, like you fucking said. The rhyme-obsessed mind of a culpable addict whose heart beats in harmony with the pulse of the planet. I shouldn't divulge all my tactics, but in my mind I've constructed and molded a palace from the skulls of the vanquished, picked clean and washed by the vultures and maggots, so vast it has its own agricultural practice, surrounded by indulgent and lavish sculptures of granite, and a moat that represents the gulf I've established, that instead of water harbours sulfuric acid, so if you try to cross it you dissolve to mulch and molasses and turn into food for the gulls and the gannets. So when I hear that same old pulp you've repackaged and it all just feels so insultingly average, I'm insulted, embarrassed to hear people, to see what people, when I, fuck's sake, I'm offended, disgusted, repulsed and embarrassed that people hear what I do, making the ultimate marriage of culture and language, and what you do with your fucking hell, with your vulgar theatrics and couch it in the same terms of multisyllabics. Woo. But I can offer you a discount on a consultancy package. See, it's only the casual viewer that tells me Corey's so good. And that speaks volumes like an audiobook. They say he's nothing but bars. But that's the problem. It is nothing but bars. So dull and so blah. Average wordplay is all the fuck that you are. No hunger, no spark, no subtlety, art, no love and no heart, no buzz and no charge, just a punch in the dark. It is nothing but bars, which are actually worth less than the sum of their parts. A luxury car without a clutch so it starts rusting in park. There's a bunch of material you've done in the past, like, there's all these fucking battles. I've seen your stuff from afar, like 100 since March. There's all this stuff. How have I seen so much of your craft and I still don't know who the fuck that you are? No personality. You just do 1,000,000 battles and the only point is views. And I'm not even trying to win points of you. I'm just saying, if you don't have a point of view, then what exactly is the fucking point of you? I've always hoped to battle you, so I can show the fans the truth. Grabbing the lowest hanging fruit is your only attribute. I mean, I really am just fucking filled with this insane rage. I somehow hate you racistly, and we're basically the same race. You are unpleasant, unwelcome, underwhelming, unprincipled, unintelligent, unentertaining, untalented, unformidable, unfucking funny, inspiring, unliked, it's unforgivable, uninvited, unattractive, and completely unoriginal. Charron the overbooked twat, probably 10th time he's performed this month. Overrated, oversaturated, overly boring cunt. You've been paid for this scuffle now, couple £100, and sure enough, that's another $1,000,000 Canadian. Don't spend it all at once. Time!
Bring it home.
Yo, y'all live, make some noise for the last round. Round 3, let's rap. I am not impressed. I'm a Toronto Raptor. You can't escape goats. Bobby Rex. This is the most iconic run since the Rocky Steps. I get dollar signs to drop vultures. Kanye West. Since a teen, I've been bringing the house down. Project X. So fuck whatever novel you're jotting next. Think Jack Nicholson in The Shining. They'll be amazed by this author's death. I've been colder. Big money. It's over. Shit'll get sticky when I put paper on tea. Like a lint roller. Son's in trouble. He's a big joker. I'm going nuts on shuffle. Like strip poker. I'm on a streak. Like strip poker. I'm on a streak. It's time to win. It'll be sad music when this finds your chin like a violin. You are not that guy. Stop chiming in. The final spin. Spider-Man meme. I am him. In the UK, he's a GOAT. That's where he's dying in. I come to your house looking for smoke, like firemen. I wish battle rap wasn't promo and we tried to win. If we kept points, I would ScoMo than that autistic kid from Ireland. If you downplay me, you better say you're kidding. Charron's been killing 15 years. He could take more with him. You know you're a legend when your career's older than all of Jay Short's victims. This is more than a minor issue. Every verse is raw. Your big brother Marlo never heard a flaw. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. It's Anton Murphy's law. I shake rooms. Anton Murphy's law. I shake rooms. You just make rumors. Your death could have came sooner. I'll take Adam to school and drag tea. Today, Junior. When will these people understand? I'll leave him sleeping where he land. I ain't heretic. I'm always eating, going ham. Have him leaking. He's a stand. I'll be beating up a fan. What I got? Albert Clark. Have him leaning with these hands. You tried to bully Harry like he's not up to your standard. Between us, who's done more shows and toured with more rappers? How are you the author when my career has more chapters? Your biggest look, besides being a poor actor, is doing a wedding speech for a couple that got divorced after. Shut up, Tim and Eric. You can't compare to me. You can't compare to me. This parody is lame. We're not equal. Don't think the level of disparity is same. There's a difference between doing wedding speeches and being married to the game. Guess who he stole compliment battles from? It's tricky, but ain't hard to see. You stole your humor from Kid Twist to a large degree. I'm back on point like a stegosaurus. You even stole bad bars from me. Think of all the multis from Bender you took. When you stare at the camera, Pat Stay gave you that devilish look. This author plagiarized. He took a page out of everyone's book. Wild chapters. This clown's dapper but won't have the crown after. Your style's factored and based off the crowd's laughter. It's funny he brought up audiobook because you've never been a sound rapper. Simon Cowell. I've put together a lot of bands. You're a broke boy. You are not a man. You write plots for books. I buy plots of land. For 15 years, I've been dropping mans. Never put on a bad performance for all the fans. Northern Ireland hasn't seen someone this hungry since Bobby Sands. I've been a bad dude. Yeah, I'm iller than the rest. Think my mental tattoo. I'm a killer in the flesh. I'm a motherfucking monster and I'm killing all these vets. Plus my money's getting longer than the syllables you stretch. Paid off my parents' home, no mortgage. Every teller knows Charron's important. My bank balance has so many syllables, you couldn't find a multi for it. They know I'm the nicest. I'm in mint condition. You look like you have a drawer filled with expired licenses of missing women. If you don't think this body is clear, this Brit is tripping. I'm so nice I could 3-0 Shotty on Premiere and only lose by a split decision. Listen, Shotty, you know I'm ready to bomb. I know for the last year y'all ain't been getting along, but I'll bury them both. Have them dead in my lawn. I'll put these atoms so close together they'll form a chemical bond. Listen, Shotty, we know he's too petty. Check my graveyard. It doesn't seem too empty. But since you're a cunt, I had to C-U-N-T. So set it up. I will talk to you. I just broke down your style and meant a lot to you. Now the whole world knows this bitch sucks. Hawk to her.